How Not to Garden by Jenna.
Hey y'all, so Kylie is milking. We were trying to get Sadie up the hill twice in the past week. She has been a bear to come up to milk. You can see her over here walking. Josiah's calling her up. I'm not sure if she's going to the gate or just going away. I have her feed, and I've led her out of the bottom almost up to the driveway, the short part of the driveway, and trying to get her to come on up here to the gate so we can get her in the milk. Most of the time they like milking, but not sure what her deal is. She's got a little bit of an attitude sometimes. Not a mean, just kind of set in her ways. But anyway, so today our in-laws are coming in. You'll see this video tomorrow, so they'll already be here when you're seeing this. But we are just making good, steady progress, getting everything ready for them. We're gonna go to the garden here in a little bit. I'm out of breath. It's a long walk from down there. I was down there a minute ago. So here's Sadie popping out of the weeds again. Come on, Sadie. Come on, girl. Come on, girl. She's angling away, but she could just be taking the path of least resistance. A lot of times animals, rather than going straight up a hill, they will cut across and do switchbacks, working their way up in a zigzag pattern to avoid the steep hill. But it doesn't look like that's what she's doing. We'll see here in a minute if she cuts back this way. Come on, Sadie. Sadie, come on. Oh.
Sadie.
Come on, Sadie. Go ahead and open the gate, Josiah. So she is over in their hangout. I wonder if she's going to realize that her friends aren't there. Cookie and Mabel and Dahlia aren't there. Oh, here she's coming this direction now. Looks like she's going to come this way now. Very good. Come on, Sadie. Come on, girl. She's looking into the woods, realizing that her pals aren't there. She must have missed the memo on milking this morning. You'd think she'd want some relief. Come on, Sadie. All right, we're through the gate. Or I am. She's not. But she's coming. Everybody needs a good 20-minute, let's get the cow in. Oh, no, she's got to go get a drink of water first. Okay, well, we'll wait for her. She needs water, I'm sure. So dairies call cows for a reason. They don't just get rid of a good producing cow. She was a good producing cow, and so I wasn't sure why they called her. You know, when you're buying from a dairy, you always know there's a reason. It certainly wasn't because of her age, but I'm betting it's just because they got tired of having to go fetch her out of the field. Because, you know, dairies, they don't like inconvenience. I understand that, because they're focused on massive production, and it's a pain to have to hold up everything to go fetch one cow out of the field. So that's probably why she's here, and it is inconvenient, but this is what I'm trying to do for a living, so I don't mind taking 20 or 30 minutes, if I have to occasionally, to go get her out of the field. So here she comes. Good girl, Sadie. Good girl. Yep, come on up. Come on up. I got your bucket right here. Come on in. Come on, girl. No, just don't let her have that bucket, or bring that bucket up this way. That's okay if she wants to come this way. Why don't you want to be milked, girl? There's nothing in there for you. Come on. Yep, you got to come this way. right, now we got you. Come on up. All right, now we got her coming on up the hill. She's committed now. All right, we are milking Sadie, the last cow. I'm drinking my breakfast, quart of raw milk. Whew, it's just a lot going on. She's the last one to be milked today. She's usually second, but because of her choices this morning, her poor decisions that she made, she's the last cow to get milked. But all right, we're gonna get this quail off of her, go strain our milk, and I think Jenna and I are gonna go to the garden and check things out up there.
So I haven't been up here in a little while, several days, and it's a wreck. Weeds are crazy, the garden's out of control. This is what happens when you neglect your garden. Life got super busy, it's still super busy, but it's like, okay, we have to do this no matter what. We're picking tomatoes, we're gonna make a bunch of salsa. I don't even know what else. We're just gonna pick what's ready and don't really have time to clean it up. It is what it is, and at this point in the year, it's probably not really gonna get cleaned up a whole lot more because we're winding down on the summer season, and then we're gonna have to clean up, put in our fall plants. I have broccoli plants and I forgot about them. They're down there in flats. I forgot to water them. They're also a little fried, so. How Not to Garden by Jenna.
I think the last time we were in the garden, y'all, I said I was gonna have a record okra harvest. Well, I'm only this far down the row. I have this far to go.
Maybe a third of the way?
Probably a quarter of the way down this okra row. And check this out. I've got like 3 inches deep of okra. Now, the bad thing is I'm not sure how many of them are gonna be good because they're huge. And okra sometimes tend to get like a spiny, I don't know, texture, like really tough. So I'm not sure if how many of these are good, but at least I'm getting them pruned up. But they are throwing the okra off like crazy right now, which is awesome because I really love okra. It's something I think almost all of us really enjoy. So at least if some of these are bad, we'll toss them to the pigs, but what's good will be saved, and these things are really cranking it out now. So this is pretty exciting. Check it out, y'all.
Some of these are giant. They're like
too big.
Longhorn cow.
Yes.
We'll
see.
A decent little pepper harvest. Mostly poblanos, a few bell peppers, a chili or two, and then a few jalapenos. We're gonna do salsa. I'm actually gonna dump these over in here. One-handed. A few brown cherries in there too. And then I'm gonna put tomatoes in here because I'm gonna harvest tomatoes and put them in here, and we're just gonna do a big old batch of salsa. But I'm a little overwhelmed by the garden. Not in a good way. I was like, what happened? I didn't come up here. Next year, we will not commit ourselves out at all in August and July and September because we need to be here in the garden because, yeah, things get bad if you're not. Well, the melon bed is kind of dying out. We have a lot of melons that need to be picked. We also have a ton down at the bottom, so we'll get these up pretty soon. But look at these flowers. Look how pretty they are. I need to cut some. Derek cut some for my birthday the other day and brought them to me, but I need to cut some more because I'd like to put them down there in the camper. Brighten things up.
The 30th was Jenna's birthday, and I failed to mention it on our video.
It's okay.
So she's okay, but I meant to mention it. So you all comment and wish her a happy birthday from Tuesday. How old are you, babe?
25. No, I'm just kidding. I'm 39.
Yep.
Well, last year my 30s. Next year comes the big 40. So here we are.
Yep.
These peach trees are looking amazing. Derek's reading about how to prune them. He's going to start working on them, but like we are just so thrilled with them. And then the little fig tree back here is just taking off. So that's really, really exciting. They look amazing, and I trust that Derek's going to learn to be a fruit tree arborist pretty quickly.
Josiah, what are you doing? So the Rampicante squash got a little out of hand. Show them all. Pull them around here so we can see them all, Josiah. Check that out. So we grew these. Not sure if we would like them or not. We don't. But you know what does? They're okay, but we won't grow them again. But the pigs absolutely love them, and they're good for them because the seeds are a natural dewormer. So check that out. And Jeremiah has more.
I'm trying to take pictures of them.
Yeah.
Documenting it.
They're picking all of the overgrown squash and things to take to the pigs. They're loading them in the 4-wheeler basket. They're going to drive them down and split them up between the 2 groups of pigs, and that way they can eat.
Pig food.
Yep, it is free pig food.
Pigs are happy.
Nothing goes to waste if you've got pigs.
No, that's for sure. My carrots are growing, guys. Look. This is the best carrot germination we've had in years. Aside from our first early years of gardening, this is doing really well. We actually came back and reseeded. So we had them sorted out by variety, but there's also going to be some others mixed in. Now, the ones over here didn't do all that great, but this Cosmo, which has not flowered yet, is still here. But there were a few carrots down below the Cosmo. It's kind of hard to differentiate between the Cosmo and the carrots. But we have that. We have a couple broccoli growing here. And the rutabagas are taking off. They look really good. So things are still growing. I'm kind of at the point, like I'm excited to harvest and get all this summer stuff out. But because of the way the garden looks, I'm ready to kind of like pull everything out, mow everything down, weed eat, and clean it up and get ready for our fall stuff. Obviously, like our winter squash and stuff is going to stay until the vines die back and they're ready to go down. We'll have to dig sweet potatoes, a couple of rows of regular potatoes, like white potatoes. But pretty soon, all of that summer stuff is just going to come out, and seeing the garden in this kind of shape, it's like, okay, I'm ready to get our fall started and going, and then look forward to planning next year's garden, because isn't that what happens? I'm like already thinking about things I want to do differently next year and different things I want to grow next year. So anyway, this is what the garden's looking like right now in the beginning of September. For hanging out with us today. We appreciate y'all. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can be notified every time we upload a video. Give us a thumbs up so YouTube will know that you're enjoying this. Please comment below, let us know what you think, and we will catch you guys on the next one.
See y'all later.